Dude's name was Mountain Goat. They called him Mountain Goat because he licked and ate everything that he could. As long as it was, shoot, he even ate some stuff that was non-edible. You know what I mean? I think he was eating toilet paper. Because at one time, the guard said, say, Mountain Goat, why you go through so much toilet paper? And it couldn't have been because he was wiping his booty. Mountain Goat was eating that toilet paper. One time when I was on the yard, I saw a prison officer walking down the walk, and he was eating a candy bar, Snicker bar. And after he ate it, some of them guards can be fouled too. He just lit it on the main line, threw the candy wrapper right there on the ground. Well, see, Mountain Goat was out in the distance watching him. And see, I didn't notice at the time, but I was just chilling on the yard. And all of a sudden, pap, 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 stepping through the grass, you could hear squish, 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 squish. And you look, Mountain Goat, little diminutive fellow. You know what I mean? He's about 5'6". And he looked like, you ever seen Narnia? The Chronicles of Narnia? How they got people who are mixed with rams and goats, minotaurs and minotaurs. He looked like that dude from Narnia with the scarf. If you go watch the movie. I'm a C.S. Lewis fan. But Mountain Goat literally looked like the dude on Narnia. And he went up to the candy wrapper that the officer just threw on the ground. And Mountain Goat picked it up. And he started licking the chocolate off it. I'm like, damn, man. Mountain Goat licking that dude chocolate. That man just dropped that candy wrap on the ground. He licking it up. And it was summertime. So you know they had melted chocolate pieces on it. If you know anything about Louisiana, during the summertime, it's hot. And there's a lot of, you know what I mean, melted chocolate on that wrapper. Next thing you know, I look, and Mountain Goat start eating the wrapper, like a billy goat. Got chocolate right here, got chocolate. He just chewing on the wrapper after he licked it. One of them dudes who I know, they said, say, Mountain Goat, what you doing, man? Why you eating that man wrapper? You supposed to throw that in the trash. Mountain Goat was like, nah, he really didn't do that. But Mountain Goat did say, nah, it tastes good, man. He used to talk like that. Nah, it tastes good, man. Nah, it tastes good. And we like, man, this dude's crazy. And so one day, I'm on the yard and I'm talking to one of my rounds. And I said, man, why they call that dude Mountain Goat anyway? It don't make no sense. He's from Louisiana. And I always feel like nicknames should make sense. You know what I mean? Why not call him Feral Hog? And the dude told me, he said, man, nah, we got Feral Hog. He in the cell block. I said, they got a Feral Hog on the yard too? He said, yeah, that's Mountain Goat. My boy I know from the West Bank, they call him Feral Hog. He in the cell block right now. I said, dang, I ain't never met Feral Hog. He ain't never hit the block. I think I might have left the prison before Feral Hog came back down the walk. But Mountain Goat, he liked that cigarettes and the coffee. And he'd trade any and everything for cigarettes and coffee. During main child time, like whatever the main meal was during lunch, if it was fried chicken, he'd trade his chicken for cigarettes and coffee. That's right. He was nicotine and caffeine addicted. And look, he ain't put no sugar and cream in there. He drank a straight cowboy. You know what I mean? Kind of like them cowboys in the Wild West sitting around a campfire. They don't put no sugar and cream in it. They living off the land. Thick, black, tar water. That's what they drinking. That's how Mountain Goat drank it. You could see it dripping. It was thick. You know what I mean? Like some thick pine saw dripping. You know? And his fingers were all brown and everything. You know what I mean? And rough like sandpaper. Because he smoked that nicotine all day long. And he had smoked the butts. You know them bugler cigarettes that they roll? He had smoked them butts like he was smoking a weed. And he'll smoke them butts all day. That's why they call him Mountain Goat. And I'm like, man, one day I seen him. He'd trade everything off his tray. But one day a dude said, Mountain Goat, you know what chicken tastes like? Mountain Goat's like, bah, bah. Nah, he really didn't do that. I'm just adding that to the story. But Mountain Goat did say, I ain't had chicken in a long time, man, because I always trade my chicken for them cigarettes. Dude said, man, Mountain Goat, give me the chicken. Dude took the chicken off Mountain Goat tray, fried chicken, and peeled the fried crust off it and said, here, Mountain Goat, you can have the rest. Mountain Goat's like, really? I'm still going to get my cigarettes and coffee? Dude's like, man, I got you, Mountain Goat. And so Mountain Goat ate the rest of that chicken, and Mountain Goat was happy. He said, I ain't tasted chicken. And he'd been in jail at that time for about 8 years. You know what I mean? He was hard up, vagabond. He ain't never ate the good stuff. He just ate the stuff on the tray that nobody wanted. Pork and beans. You know what I mean? Or maybe some of the mixed vegetables or something. Or a lot of people didn't like that Vitapro. Mount go to eat that Vitapro. Nobody else eat it. They just make stuff out their Foot Locker. But Mount go to eat that Vitapro. He have 3 things he eat. Eating it because he ain't eat the good stuff. Breakfast in prison, a lot of people eat their breakfast. A lot of people eat they lunch because the lunch trays, they give that good stuff like that fried chicken. But if they get that Vitapro, Mountain go to eat that Vitapro too. I'm like, man, where I'm at? I'm in prison with Feral Hog and Mountain Goat, amongst other people. Dude named Rabbit, Skunk. You know it. They got it's a regular menagerie. That's what prison is. Anyway, that's the story of Mountain Goat. I don't remember being around him too long. I forgot what camp. You know what camp I was at? I might have been DeQuincy. That's where I was at with Mountain Goat. A partner of mine, he used to talk to all these people, I ain't had a whole lot of conversation about Mountain Goat. They say he was drinking rainwater. I see he was drinking rainwater. They said, yeah. Dude caught him in a puddle, sipping the rainwater because they had worms in it. The mealworms that you use to fish with? Mountain Goat was eating them too, sucking them up like spaghetti. Prison is a whole nother world. And see, you don't realize that till you go there. And maybe next time I tell you about an individual, I'll tell you about long ass hair. Yeah, he was a real individual. I felt bad for him. But we'll save that story for another time. Why don't you give me a like and subscribe to the Pen and the Shank? Let's get it.